So this is a review of the Chemex 1 to 3 cup coffee maker. This is, I believe, a sort of 1960s design. It's actually designed by chemists and using sort of the flasks that you'd find in a chemistry lab, using what was new Parex style technology, and the filters are also akin to what you'd use for scientific purposes as well. So it's a very nice looking product. It's got a nice wooden collar with a leather thong tying it on there. Pretty stylish. I believe in Ian Fleming's original sort of Bond books, James Bond used one of these, so that must make it cool. So you've got the small coffee maker there. You've got filter papers like so. These aren't the cheapest filter papers in the world. They're about 7p a go. So you've got to factor that in. And these come unfolded. So you simply fold it in half like that. Fold this tab over. Fold this tab over, and then fold it again onto itself. And you open it up, and the side with the 3 leaves goes towards the spout of the maker, and what that does, it just holds that channel open with a bit of reinforced sort of paper there, and it allows the air to flow in and out. So the first thing to do is to wash through the filter and warm the maker so your coffee doesn't get cold straight away. So just to the side here, I've got a kettle waiting on the boil. So as soon as that's boiled, we'll give this a rinse through, and whilst that's warming, that will allow the boiling water to just drop those few degrees to make the right temperature for coffee making. So we'll just let that filter through there. Now the coffee I'm going to use today is from the Roast and Post Coffee Company, who I found to be very good. They do nice coffee. It's a Guatemala coffee in a medium grind. Now I think it probably should be a finer grind for this ideally, but I also use this in AeroPress, so be interested to know your feelings on what sort of grind you need for a Chemex. So I'll just open this up. I empty out this water, which has now served its purpose. That's now nice and warm. I'd also like your opinion on how much coffee to put in. This is going for a single cup, and this is what says to be a 7-gram scoop. So I think I'm going to put in 4 of these for a single cup, 4 level scoops, which is around about what I'd use for my AeroPress. I'll do a review of my AeroPress shortly, and probably compare them side by side. 3 and 4. Put that to the side. So with our now sort of just off boiling water, the first thing to do is to wet the coffee just in the centre and leave it for a moment there. Now I understand the purpose of that is to allow the coffee to bloom, to sort of bulk up, so it doesn't just allow the water to flow straight through. Maybe a little bit more is required. Now I was watching another YouTuber's video, and once he left it for a moment to bloom at this point, he basically filled the whole maker with the appropriate amount of water to make his cup of coffee, Now I don't do it like that, so I don't think that's the way you should do it. I think now that it's bloomed, you should add a small amount at a time, keeping the coffee in a cone rather than allowing it to float up. That way you're always filtering your coffee through the full depth. Looking at his video, I thought his coffee didn't look all that strong at all. So we'll continue to add in stages, washing in the coffee from the edge. It does make this slightly a protracted experience to make, but I like my coffee really strong. I think this is the way to achieve it. So just whilst we're waiting for this to happen, fill in the gap, I really like the Chemex product. I think it looks great. It's very stylish. It's got an interesting history with the sort of the birth in the science lab. This is a good sort of Sunday morning cup of coffee. I use my AirPress at work because I can operate it either in the small kitchen we have at work or at my desk even. This is a bit more fussy, a bit more laborious, so that this stays at home, but the AirPress, it is a great travelling or office coffee maker. I won't give you my opinion on which makes a better coffee yet. We'll do a comparison video and probably also compare with an espresso coffee maker which we have as well, which is also a great cup of coffee. So this is slowly filtering through. Not quite at a full cup yet. I like it strong and black. A couple of sugars. So I guess we've got to wait. I've showed you the do-it-yourself coffee filters for this, the ones where you have to fold it yourself. Now I do believe for the larger sort of 3 to 6 cup Chemex units, you can get a pre-folded paper similar to what you get in your traditional coffee maker. I don't think that's available for this product because it's so much smaller. But one thing is that the coffee filters are not interchangeable. You know, 50% of the Chemex product is the quality of this filter, and that's why it's worth paying the extra for that filter. This will be the last run through. See that clearing down there. Almost done. Right, so we'll call that done now. Take the filter out. Put that aside here. Ideally those used grains go onto the garden now. And that's your coffee. Just get a bit of light on that. Try and get a bit of an idea of how dark it is. It's pretty dark, that's pretty strong. Crystal clear. No oil or scum or residue on that. And that's the power of the filter. All in all, a good cup of coffee.